Joe Alwyn's presence is subtly impossible to ignore. Once famous for keeping a low profile and rarely stepping outside the shadows, he's now front and center, making bold statements with a transformed image that has everyone talking. The shift is unmistakable. From a supporting figure in someone else's story to a star in his own right, Joe is now the 2025 GQ Germany Actor of the Year, featured in a stunning collection of photographs that have become the talk of the internet. The shoot, masterfully directed by Sean Plus-Sung, showcases Joe in a way no one anticipated. Leather-clad, bare-chested, perched confidently atop a horse, exuding a sense of power and poise that's both classic and contemporary. These striking images sweep across social platforms, sparking a whirlwind of commentary. Fans are not just reacting to Joe's unexpected reinvention. They're also connecting his dramatic return to the spotlight with the much-discussed engagement of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, a narrative twist that feels almost scripted. As Taylor and Travis's romance dominates pop culture news, Joe's reappearance is being read as a perfectly timed countermove, with some even joking about him quietly taking the lead role in his own story. The surprise is palpable, especially for those who remember the quieter, more reserved Joe who spent years avoiding the glare of public attention. Now, in the GQ spread, he radiates a raw authenticity and magnetism that few saw coming. One photo, Joe shirtless on a sleek black horse, feels like a cinematic callback to his film roles in The Favorite and Mary Queen of Scots, yet it's undeniably modern, a blend of poise and vulnerability that impossible to dismiss. Conversations erupt online as fans dissect every detail. Observers note the subtle shifts in his demeanor, with some pointing out a lingering sadness in his eyes, while others are captivated by a newfound allure, admitting they never saw Joe as particularly attractive during his years with Taylor, but now find him irresistibly relatable. Social feeds fill with comments about his increased visibility, with users marveling at how Joe, once rarely seen, is suddenly everywhere, his public persona expanding far beyond the quiet presence he maintained during his relationship with Taylor Swift. In his GQ interview, Joe opens up in rare fashion, offering glimpses into his artistic process and discussing his deliberate selection of roles. He hints at his upcoming performance in Hamnet, a new historical film helmed by Chloe Zhao, and reveals plans to return to London's Bridge Theatre in Henrik Ibsen's The Woman from the Sea. These announcements spark both admiration and speculation, as audiences seek to understand the motivations behind Joe's evolution. The contrast with his post-breakup period couldn't be starker. When he and Taylor split in 2023, Joe seemed to vanish, stepping quietly from the stage while the world's attention shifted to Taylor's next act. But with Taylor's high-profile engagement to NFL star Travis Kelce in August 2025, complete with a playful caption about their professions, the narrative took a sharp turn. As Taylor's elaborate summer wedding for 2026 takes shape, Joe's parallel story becomes increasingly compelling, a journey of reinvention marked by subtlety, artistry, and a quiet sense of triumph. Rather than making loud declarations, Joe lets his actions speak for themselves, projecting the image of a man who's not only moved forward but is thriving on his own terms. The timing of Joe's GQ resurgence hasn't gone unnoticed. Online, people draw connections between his newfound visibility and the excitement surrounding Taylor and Travis's engagement. Some speculate that Joe's reemergence is a calculated move, a gentle but unmistakable assertion of his independence, creativity, and renewed confidence. Others approach it with humor, likening the situation to a real-life drama filled with plot twists, character development, and unexpected reveals. Social media is alive with wit. Didn't know Joe had it in him, but he's giving old Hollywood star, quips a fan, while another remarks, he just decided to be the main character one day. The banter continues as people compare Joe's artistic, moody shoot to Taylor's dazzling pop moments, wondering aloud if Joe's new image hints at shifts in his personal life. The conversation extends beyond social media to podcasts and video reactions, with fans poring over every line of Joe's interview for hints about his feelings, intentions, and future projects. As the buzz grows, the spotlight on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce only brightens. Their crossover love story, melding music and sports, has captured global attention. Every detail picked apart by fans and press alike. With wedding rumors flying and excitement swelling for what promises to be a legendary celebration, Joe's unexpected return to the public eye introduces a fascinating counter-narrative. fueling endless speculation about the dynamics connecting all three figures. Rumors even circulate that Travis Kelce, who's not shy about his emotions, was so moved by Joe's thoughtful remarks about Taylor on a podcast that he shed tears. A story that, true or not, only adds to the drama. Subscribe for the latest stories now. While the world speculates, Joe stays grounded in his craft. In his GQ conversation, he expresses gratitude for the opportunities ahead, talks about the thrill of new challenges, and hints at a growing sense of artistic fulfillment. The photo shoot seems to encapsulate not just a new aesthetic, but a deeper sense of self-assurance and openness to possibility. Fans, always eager to read between the lines, debate what Joe's timing might truly mean. Some interpret the GQ feature as a declaration of self-sufficiency, a reclaiming of his own story after years spent in someone else's shadow. Others see it as a sign of personal and professional maturation, applauding his willingness to embrace risk and change. No matter perspective, Joe's transformation is undeniably resonant, stirring admiration, curiosity, and even envy among those watching from afar. The real-life drama unfolds like a modern fairy tale, heartbreak, reinvention, and the tantalizing promise of new beginnings. As Taylor and Travis prepare for their next chapter, Joe's re-entry into public life adds complexity, prompting people to consider how lives intersect and diverge in unpredictable ways. Through it all, Joe remains notably composed, handling the renewed attention with a steady calm that suggests resilience and a strong sense of identity. His progression from the quiet, post-breakup period to the vibrant pages of GQ Germany speaks to the power of transformation and the unpredictable nature of public narrative. The media's fascination with Joe shows no signs of fading. Every appearance and interview stirs new conversations, with social media dissecting his every move and fans rallying behind their favorite interpretations. His GQ cover garners international headlines, from London to LA, and anticipation builds for his upcoming roles on screen and stage. As Taylor and Travis's wedding nears, the interest in all three only grows, ensuring every new twist is examined and celebrated by millions. The unfolding saga, rich with emotion and drama, is a testament to the power of timing, image, and personal story in shaping public memory. Joe's journey isn't just a comeback. It's the start of a bold, self-determined chapter, delivered with quiet but unmistakable confidence. Audiences everywhere are captivated, eager to see what comes next. The momentum continues as Joe's new projects draw critical attention. His return to London stage is met with excitement, and his collaboration with Chloe Zhao and Hamnet is already generating industry buzz. Critics note the deliberate way Joe is shaping his career, choosing roles that challenge him and deepen his artistry. The striking images from the GQ shoot, meanwhile, become cultural touchstones, referenced everywhere from fashion blogs to late-night talk shows. People can't stop talking about the timing. How Joe's creative resurgence seems to mirror the crescendo of anticipation around Taylor's wedding, making his every move feel weighty and symbolic. Online, the theories multiply. Some suggest Joe's public transformation is a message to Taylor, an elegant assertion that he, too, is thriving. Others believe he's simply stepping into his own, finally free to express sides of himself that were previously hidden. A recurring sentiment, voiced by many, is that Joe may still harbor feelings for Taylor, adding a bittersweet note to his resurgence. Fans debate whether his expressions in the shoot reveal lingering affection, with some convinced he's channeling unresolved emotion into his art. The speculation only adds to the allure, keeping Joe's name in headlines and raising anticipation for his next moves. As Joe navigates this new era, he does so with remarkable poise.